Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're looking at the RZE Endeavour. Price for this watch is $469 on the bracelet. Now, before you turn off the video, I think the price is worth it, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But before we get to that, let's take a quick look at the packaging. Zoom out the camera here and show you the packaging it comes in. It comes in a white sleeve over this, and this actually comes inside a cardboard box. Then you get this leather case, and inside the leather case, the watch comes packaged like this. I actually purchased this watch myself, secondhand from the original owner. He never actually used the watch, but anyway, I purchased this watch myself. And this one here is on loan from Chris over at the Watch Lounge. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. Please go check him out. Anyway, it comes with a screwdriver, and then the watch will come packaged like this. And the spring bar is inside the clasp here. So I think it's a nice way to package the watch. You don't have to worry about it getting scratched up or anything. And it's a nice little case here. So yeah, and it comes with a microfiber cloth too. So let's get this out of the way, and we'll get back into the watch here. Get that off to the side. All right, so this is a titanium case watch, titanium bezel, titanium bracelet, and this titanium does have a coating. It has the Ultra Hex coating, which gives you a hardness of 1,200 on the Vickers scale. And again, stainless steel, 316L stainless steel is about 200 on the Vickers scale. So this coating should make the watch about 6 times harder than 316L stainless steel. And one thing to note is that the clasp on this watch is stainless steel. Clasp, the safety clasp here, buckle, is stainless steel. The clasp open here, and then this portion is also stainless steel, which you can read right there. But it looks like titanium because it is coated with titanium. It has a titanium coating on the stainless steel. So that is a nice touch. You can kind of see this clasp here on the inside. It's not coated as much. Almost looks like a stonewash finish, but this is stainless steel with a titanium coating. I have some watches from Zelos where it has a titanium bracelet, titanium case, but then the clasp is stainless steel and it's not coated in this titanium, so you can tell the difference. This watch is nice and light. Size for my wrist, it's 95 grams. And when you pick it up, it definitely feels light. The bracelet for sure feels really lightweight. And the bezel feels lightweight as well when you're turning it, but bezel action is good. Other than that, it's just a little bit different than what you would be used to. It's kind of funny how you feel the lightness of the bezel, even being that it's titanium. It's not something you think would be different, but it definitely feels different. So this is the Medallion yellow dial color. Also comes with a light blue dial, orange dial, a green dial, and a gray dial. And I did not say white dial like this one here because I don't see white on their website anymore. Maybe this was limited. I don't really know. So you can get it with or without date. Yellow, orange, green. You can get with and without date. But the blue and the gray I only saw offered without date. So this watch in my hand has the NH38 movement because it's a no date. And if you want the date, then it would be an NH35, and that is a 6 o'clock date. It's a little circle date window. I'll leave a link in the description to the website for these watches. You can go check them out for yourself. So since this is a true no date movement, we will not have a ghost date. First position, by the way, screw down crown, I just screwed it out. First position would be hand winding. Should be good for, I think, 42 hours, 40 hours of power reserve. I don't remember exactly. I don't normally pay too much attention to power reserve. Okay, yep. In first, actually, I guess the second position out, we hack the movement. The second hand has stopped, and there is no go state for this watch. So very nice and simple 3-hand movement. And that happens to me sometimes. I screw down the crown before I have it pushed all the way in. So let's try that again. Put it back to this position, make sure it's pushed all the way in, and then screw it down. There we go. And that is a titanium crown as well. And it is signed with R there for RZE. Camera is not focusing. There we go. Hopefully you can see it a little better now. The case is all brushed. I don't see any polished surfaces on this case, which is fine. The titanium definitely gives it a utilitarian look anyway. You see some no sharp angles here. See, I really enjoyed my time with this watch. Sizing was okay. We have screw links here, right there. It is the H-link bracelet. And I really do like that it has this scratch coating on here. Titanium is typically quite easy to scratch, especially grade 2 titanium, which I'm assuming this is grade 2 and not grade 5 titanium. I didn't really see that stated anywhere, so that's why I'm saying it's a grade 2 titanium, which is fine with this coating applied. All right, let's try and read the case back here. Sapphire crystal, water resistant 200. So that says NH, let's say 35 or 38. Let me zoom in. So that is an NH38. So they have different case backs for with and without date. So that's nice. And then there's the Ultra Hex Titanium. And now we have some kind of reference number there. That must be the serial number right there. So 0 of 500. This must be perhaps a prototype or early model. I don't know. This was sent over to Chris from RZE. Let's see, what does this one say on the back? Curious now. So this one is 132 of 500. Perhaps they're limited editions. Maybe they sold out of all of these white dials. I'm not really certain about that. But we can read this case back a little easier with the sticker still on it. So anyway, let's get this back off to the side. So this does have a sand textured dial. Hopefully you can see that texturing up. There we go. We can see it there now. I couldn't see it on the black dial of the Valor as easy as this one. I guess the light wasn't reflecting off of it, but you can see this sand texture dial here. You know, with this color dial, it almost reminds me of like a surface of an orange or a lemon with this Medallion yellow dial. And you can see the logo is printed on as well as the text below the hand stack there. And the indices are applied. It's very nice. I like this watch. It's nice and lightweight. You almost forget you have it on wrist. This is a sapphire crystal with AR coating applied to the underside. All right, let's go over the dimensions. We'll zoom back out here. This does have female end links as well, so that's great for a smaller wrist size like mine. So the actual lug-to-lug on the case is your true overall lug-to-lug. The male center link, which you don't have on here, which stick out farther than the case. So we're looking at 46.2 millimeter lug-to-lug. Diameter, I'm measuring at 39.5. I believe the website says it's 42 or 41, so perhaps they're measuring to this area here that sticks out, and then maybe over here not sure how they're getting that measurement, but I measured both the bezel and I measured from here to here. I'm getting 39.5. Thickness is 12.5, which is really not that bad considering it has a Seiko NH38/35 movement in here. I think the flat sapphire crystal really helps with the thickness in that regard. So lug width is 20, and this bracelet does taper down nicely to 16. I've really come to appreciate bracelets that taper. Definitely more comfortable on wrist. Crown size, nice and big on this at 7.4 millimeter, and with this knurling, it's very easy to use the crown. And as I mentioned already, this watch size for my wrist is nice and light at 95 grams. So let's get this on wrist. Actually, we'll compare it to my SKX real quick for size reference. So the SKX is a 42 millimeter diameter. So very similar size watches. I kind of have mixed feelings on this yellow dial. So let me know what you guys think of this watch. Let me get it on a wrist. Actually, you know what? Since I have this here, let's just look at these side by side and then we'll get it on wrist. If you have not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so. I greatly appreciate it. Like the video and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of this RZE watch. I did size this watch for my wrist, as I had already mentioned. Nice and easy with these H-links and the screw pins. All right, let's get this case out of the way. Here we go. This watch reminds me a lot of the Boulder Venture that I have as well. But that one I got on a NATO strap. All right, let's zoom out here. Then we'll check out the Lume. I think it looks good on my wrist. I think it's a good size diver for a 6.5-inch wrist with the 52 millimeter wristband. Curious how well the coating will hold up to desk diving marks. So, all right, I'm going to pause the video and be right back with the Lume. All right, so I forgot to mention that this Endeavour does have a mixture of C3 and BGW9 Lume. You can see the Lume pip on the bezel is this bluish color. And then also the Lume on the second hand is the same blue color. And then if you look at the 12, 3, 6, and 9, the indices are split between the BGW9 and the C3. The bluish Lume is not as good, not as bright, at least to my eye in person, as the green Lume. So I would have just kept it all the green color Lume. I always get them mixed up, but I believe the greenish one is the C3, and I think the blue is the BGW9. And comparing it to the Seiko Lume Bright, I would say the Lume is equal. The greenish color Lume, may not be able to see it on camera as easily. But overall, good Lume for a dive watch, for a microbrand dive watch. Hopefully you're able to see that color difference on your end of the screen there. But that will conclude today's video. As always, thank you for taking the time. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.